Yes, guys, welcome back. I hope you're having a good day. I always have a good day when I talk to my camera and reach out to my followers. So today is a good day for me anyway. Today I wanted to do another screen recording because I'm having a new system fitted next week. Super excited. I know it sounds geeky and nerdy, but I always get super excited in the 2 weeks leading up to getting a new system because I just love having that new look, that freshness, that different look. I just love it. So I thought that this time I'd do a little screen recording and actually show you what I'm going to be wearing throughout Easter and winter, because this particular system I absolutely love. It's got a lot of redeeming qualities that work out really, really well for the sort of cooler, harsher months. So let's get on with it. Before I pop you over to my screen, please do remember to subscribe if you are enjoying my content. I do really appreciate that. Also, the system that I will be showing you is from the hair system provider that I use, NewLaceCU. Great customer service. I've been with them 2 years. Quite often they have sales on. They might even have a sale on for the particular system which I'm going to show you. So let's have a look and let's see if it tickles your fancy. So NewLaceCU, I always go straight to shop, male hair prosthesis. I can never pronounce that. Prosthesis. That's much better. Prosthesis. It's a hard word to pronounce, especially in English. Right, so let's find the one which I will be wearing next, which I'm very, very excited about. Oh, that's me. Right, okay, so this is the one which I'm going to be wearing next. Oh, it is on sale. 59 minutes, okay, not much time, guys. Right, so as you can see, it's a mixed base, and it promotes long duration, and it's got good front invisibility, which is what I love. I don't know about you guys, but for me, especially in the winter months, not so much the summer months, doesn't bother me as much, but the winter months, let me just readjust my camera. But the winter months, I tend to prefer having my hair up. Don't ask me why, it just feels right. So I like having a base that has a French or a Swiss lace at the front, because that tends to give the most invisible appearance. What I like having with that in the winter months is a good firm base which has a long duration. And that's why I like this system so much. I think you can get it in Indian as well if you're looking to save a bit of money, but I always tend to go with the European hair just because it sort of matches my bio hair a lot better. It's softer, it's a bit more delicate, but I kind of like that. I like the delicateness of the European hair. So of course you can change your colours. If you are a first time wearer, you might want to have a little bit of a Google, a little bit of a research about what colour is best matching of your bio hair. Now for me, I sort of hover between a 6 and a 7, but I usually go for a 7 because funny enough, with a 7 it's a little bit darker, very slightly, than my bio hair. I mean, you can't even notice it, but very, very slightly darker than my bio hair. But with time, when you shampoo it over time, over a couple of months, it does naturally lighten through the oxidation process, which I always bang on about. So having a hair grade maybe slightly higher than your natural bio hair colour can actually give you an extra couple of months with the system. I always obviously go straight. If you've got wavy hair, then go wavy, but I always go straight. Luckily I'm not at the point where I've got white hair yet, but this is an option. I have been seeing on various forums that people are struggling with getting sort of whites included within their hair system for sort of like the more elderly population of hair system wearers. You know, NewLaceCU, they do have that option still, and it's not a problem. Obviously if you want to go more and more white, then there is a bit of an extra charge, but there's a lot of suppliers who actually aren't able to supply white hairs, so it's good that NewLaceCU are still doing this. You can select the density. I always tend to go 100 to 110. I'm a 32-year-old male. That's just about right for my age. I think anything more, you'd be expected to, shall we say, be in your sort of, you know, late teens, early 20s. I might just give it a go one day, just to see how it pans out. But for the time being, I'm perfectly happy with my 100 to 110. You can, of course, if you'd like a more customized version, you can basically fill it in here. NewLace do offer a cut-in service as well. Last time I checked, it was $20. That's also available on their website. So if we go onto the description, as you can see, it's a strong and invisible hair prosthesis with a mixed-based recarvable system. As I mentioned before, it has a good frontal invisibility, which is what I love. And, you know, I'm expecting to get a good 6 months out of this system. I will take care of it, like I always take super good care of my systems. But 6 months is sort of what I'm expecting. French lace at the front. You know, I've never, before wearing this particular system, I've never actually had a monofilament in any part of my system. So I'm really, again, I always get quite excited about the system because it does have that monofilament. I know for some people it can be uncomfortable, but it has really good durability. And guys, it always comes back to that thing. What are you looking for more? Do you want a mix of durability and a mix of invisibility? Or do you rather have invisibility or just durability? You know, I always go for, or I tend to go for, ones that have a good mix. Because I just feel that I'm getting more value in terms of a hair system when I've got qualities of both in equal parts, shall we say. So as you can see, it also has polyurethane. God, all of these words are so hard to pronounce. Maybe it's just me, I don't know. But the French lace at the front, the polyurethane is basically, as you can see, it's around the edges at the back, and just sort of in front of that sort of French lace frontal, you've got the polyurethane. You've got the monofilament in the middle here, which gives it a really, you know, a strong base. That's what monofilament's good for. So let's have a look at the pros and cons. Pros, stealth, I like that word, I like it a lot. So I think force is sort of like, you know, how well it deals with the elements. And, you know, especially in winter, it is colder, it is windier. You are having to deal with the elements a fair bit. It's rainier, especially in the UK. You are having to deal with the elements a little bit more. So it's good for that. And, you know, one thing which I do a lot is I perspire a lot. You know, I sit in saunas at least 2 times a week, sometimes 3 times a week, and I sweat a lot. And I find with a lace base, it's really good because it does have like, it's more, shall we say, the base is more breathable. But you do get that with this because where I sweat most is the sort of, this part of my head, so the sort of frontal, where the prefrontal cortex sort of resides, but also around here, which is where you get the lace. I do sort of sweat a little bit around the sides, but it's never been much of a problem with a polyurethane around the sides. I always used to struggle a little bit with the polyurethane at the front when I'd sweat a lot. It would just come loose very easily and that kind of thing. So let's go on to the negatives. Yes, you know, I don't really get many people touching my head that often. So this doesn't really matter to me, but I know that, you know, there are people out there who can be quite tactile and want to not just have an invisible appearance of a hair system, but also, you know, they want to feel confident that if someone was to feel their head, they wouldn't notice anything out of sync. So I totally get that. And with this system, you will feel a difference. You will feel, and that's mainly due to the polyurethane base around the perimeter. You will feel it's a bit different to your normal skin. I wouldn't say it's overwhelmingly obvious. I'd say it's sort of, it's something you probably would notice if you didn't know anything about hair systems and you're feeling someone's head, but you probably wouldn't ask about it. You probably wouldn't raise the question. So it's never something which has really bothered me. And as you can see, as I mentioned before, you know, it can be cut to your own measurements. It can be styled to your own measurements. And I have had this done before. And it was great. You know, I think it's $20, maybe $30. You'll need to check on their website. But yeah, it worked out quite well for me and it looked really good. So I would recommend that. It's cheaper than a heck of a lot of hair system stylists. Now I tend to basically, I've got a good stylist in the UK, in London, who I tend to use because I can be a lot more specific. with my requirements, but it's good to know that that is an option. So this is the system I will be wearing. 5-star reviews, which is always good to see. I might actually add my own review because I think this is an absolutely great system. Ticks a lot of boxes for me. And for $280, you're getting a really good quality hair system. You don't have to go through clinics. You don't have to pay massive overheads. You're literally just paying for the system and to get it cut in, or any additional white hairs, or that kind of thing. So you're really not actually paying that much. It's a very good price. It's on sale right now. By the time this video is released, I don't know if it's on sale, but it's always good to keep checking the website regularly because they do a lot of discounts. They do a lot of sales. So it's well worth checking in, even if you set yourself a reminder on your calendar once a week, once every 2 weeks, just to check if there's any sales that they're doing. It's always worth investing in. I hope you found that useful, guys. Do check out the NewLaceCU website if you're in need of a new hair system. Please do subscribe if you're enjoying my content. It really helps me in those sort of YouTube algorithms, helps more people find my content. And at the end of the day, I'm just all about trying to save people money when it comes to doing as much hair system work yourself as you can. It's going to save you a lot of money. It's going to save you probably about £2,000 a year compared to going to a clinic in person. And if you want to save £2,000 a year, that's what you need to do. So that's all I have to say for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. As always, please do subscribe if you haven't yet. I was checking the analysis on YouTube the other day, and I've got a lot of people who watch but don't subscribe. And I'm thinking, well, if you don't subscribe, you're never going to know when I make a new video. Do hit the notification bell, please, as well. That lets you know when a new video does come up. I really appreciate all of your comments, all of your feedback. It means a lot to me. I love this channel. I've put a lot of hard work into it, and at the end of the day, I just want to save you guys money and get you guys the best value on hair systems. Do check out NewLaceCU.com. There's plenty of systems to choose from. They do offer a cut-in service as well, which is much more affordable than what you'd be paying at a high street hairdressers, wherever you may live. I've had it done myself. I've had it cut in remotely by NewLaceCU, and it was an absolute success. So I do recommend that as well. And yeah, I hope you found that helpful. And I'll speak to you very soon. Take care for now.